and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Justice for All. My name's SkiniMini.
And I'm Pharaoh.
Last episode, we cross-examined Shelly the Killer and pretty much gave away that it was Matt on Guard who actually is a client, not Adrian Andrews. He pretty much screwed himself because we cross-examined his butt. And then he found out that we were stalling for time, and so he said either bring the trial to a speedy end or Maya's gonna die. So it's either Maya's gonna die or Adrian's gonna die. We have blood on our hands either way.
It's a lose-lose situation.
But we have to do what Maya said. We have to get a guilty verdict.
I'm so sorry, Maya.
But we have to do this because we love you. He's guilty!
And then someone farts in the courtroom.
No!
I know, here I am making jokes. We're waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt on Guard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Matt on Guard is...
Ah! Objection!
Ah!
Ah!
Hi! Franziska von Karma!
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Ow!
You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool.
Did you bring them? The final pieces? Do you have them?
You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. A Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scrappy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside these.
What a filthy old coat this is. That's gumshoes. You can spot his tattered rags anywhere.
I apologize for its ugliness, but there... no, not French, excuse me. There was nothing else to wrap the items in.
I fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence?
What the heck?
Oh, it's not that filthy, is it? This trial's already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Objection! Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Ms. Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Ms. Von Karma, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are are items left by the killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence.
Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around. Like a miracle. I'm sure of it.
That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol.
Does the killer pistol have anything to do with this case?
Let's question for more details.
Why not? Does that pistol have any relation to this case?
We have yet to perform the ballistics test, but I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case. At least to me. Oh yeah, she got shot with it.
Oh, that's the pistol he used to shoot you, isn't it?
That's what I believe, yes.
Oh!
I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. Irony!
Thank you for that.
Because of her father.
Gotcha.
I'm sure it'll be an excellent sample for the test.
So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Francisca. It's probably not gonna help us very much.
Alright, well, we got the pistol.
Okay.
The second piece of evidence is this videotape.
I bet the killer took that from On Guard Mansion.
Let's more details.
Have you checked the contents of that tape?
Unfortunately, there was no time to.
Oh yeah.
But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
Because he came back to his hideout for it.
The killer went back for it?
That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 other officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man. Oh, crap! The last piece of evidence is in this bellboy's uniform.
Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel?
Question more details.
Was that used during the crime?
I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets.
There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder.
There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform.
What is that?
There is a button missing on this uniform.
A button?
It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us an interesting clue.
Okay.
Alright, so we got a pistol, a tape, and an outfit. That is all I had to present, Your Honor.
It's just as I thought. And? What is that, Your Honor? I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelly the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is, who is the client? Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor! Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled.
No!
This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end?
Phoenix.
I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? Wow, you 180 from you.
I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen.
Excuse me, the whole thing about miracle, you're talking to a woman who was killed, and that we're talking about spiritual things. I don't know if you want to essentially call that a miracle, but that is utterly impossible.
Were you about to say impossible?
Yes, I was. That's why I stopped.
Oh, gosh.
Ooh, okay, continue.
You've come this far. You can't give up now.
But, no matter how you think about it, it's...
Try. For my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of the situation for us.
2?
The first... make On Guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict.
Huh?
The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If On Guard wishes himself to be convicted, then he will let the hostage go.
That may be true, but that's asking for me to do the impossible.
The second way, force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were no longer to think of his On Guard as his client, then he would let Maya go.
Mia, that's even more impossible! He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else!
I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you can make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle.
The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them.
Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us?
The other side. Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around?
Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it?
The person who needs the evidence.
The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence, and that is how we've come to know the truth. But if there are people who have not seen them all, and those people who do not know the truth, that truth, it may be what will bring the miracle in the end.
You know, Mia, we don't have time for this, like, crap. Could you just tell us what we need to do? Okay, it's gonna bother me just a little bit if she keeps doing that. I understand the game's like, you do it yourself, but it's like, the situation kind of calls for this. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids?
Yeah, listen to that! Son?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. Shut up, Your Honor. I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Huh? Then you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I'll grant you one chance.
Yes!
One chance. Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. That's impossible. To turn the situation around in one try. One try. That is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix. Think! There must be a way to save Maya while taking on guard down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show your evidence to?
Alright, and make sure, if you want there's actually 2 endings. Make sure you do not present the wrong stuff, because if you do, you're gonna get the bad ending and it's really sad.
Yeah, like, you want to see us cry? That's exactly how you're gonna see us cry.
Alright, you want to present Shelly the Killer's profile. Alright? Present it.
I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person.
Alright. And you want to show, out of the 3, the pistol doesn't matter and the bellboy uniform doesn't matter, but the tape. Because that's the only thing we really don't know about it, because he was so reluctant to get it back. So you want to present the videotape.
Not sure if reluctant was the right word there.
So what word I was searching for?
I don't know.
Then how are you supposed to tell me
I'm just teasing you because you always make me get on me about grammar and everything. So yeah, take that.
But
shut up.
But I know what's supposed to.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to the witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. All right, it looks like they got a hold of him.
Woo!
Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself from bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. I'm not sure you can show it to him. We're gonna tell him. I mean, whatever. Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. I found it at your hideout. It was found. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it. So I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you were on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene.
Oh yeah, if you remember our conversation with Mr. On Guard about a videotape.
Yep, I can hear it a bear. It's hurting Edgeworth's back. He may not need a back rub.
Please continue.
Okay. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true? Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted the camera? Well, the only person who could have placed the camera at the scene of that crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Man on Guard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess.
Yup.
There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene.
He did not want to see one get his. He obviously didn't trust his skills. He wanted to blackmail him because if you remember our conversation with On Guard, well, you'll see.
Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer? Oh!
Oh.
Oh, he's steaming mad.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's pretty bad of a pun, man. Oh, I'm sorry, Sans, alright? I'm sorry. It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Yes, by Natural. This is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes? You told us that one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was to your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, my client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment.
Oh.
So, Andrew, On Guard's probably crapping his pants right now.
Yep.
I see. That's all I want to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target.
Nice.
Oh, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright? Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item.
Oh, what the?
Oh, wait. Thank you.
I'm not an item.
Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, that pose just gets me every time.
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I'm I don't quite know what just happened right there with the client and the witness, and... God! Miss Von Carmen, where did that...
Oh.
I got confused. I'm like, was Edward whipping him? She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, finally, we get to see him like this. Mr. On Guard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You'll finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me! Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is this all right with you, Mr. Wright?
We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you.
Right, Chief.
We're gonna plead guilty.
I mean, honestly, I don't kind of like they said. Adrian Andrews is still gonna be. Would she still be held accountable even we pled not guilty?
Yes, because she tried to frame a murder on somebody, even though she didn't really commit it. She still tried to pin the murder on somebody else.
Right. Well, either way, let's just say guilty because that's what he freaking deserves.
Oh yeah.
Man on Guard. Even though I'm a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self? Guilty? Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life will be in danger. No matter which way you look at it, you can't run away from your crime anymore. No! Guilty, 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 guilty. God, I hate seeing that image because it's like I can just imagine that pain right there. At the same time, I don't care. Actually, did we ever come across why he had those scars on his face?
No, we never talked about it.
Yeah, and do we ever find out?
No.
All right.
I think he's just crazy.
Yeah, that's true. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. I don't remember you helping out much in this.
Mister, I'm gonna hand down my verdict right now because I don't give a hoot.
And I don't want to listen to evidence. You only have one try. Mr. Edgeworth, how is Man on Guard? I have left Miss Von Carbon in charge of his incarceration. Whatever. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whip leather right about now.
What?
Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes. I plan to pay my debts to society for my own crime, Your Honor. This trial was the first time I stood on the witness stand, and when I did, I really felt hopeless.
She must be talking about that time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of rough, but how else were we going to get results?
Yeah. But after that, when I was alone in the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself and who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved.
Aww.
Oh, she's smiling!
Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile.
I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I've felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. Aww.
You're welcome.
Wait, where's Pearl?
You're welcome.
It looks like we've resolved everything at last. As for myself, there's still a few things I'm confused about, but everyone seems to be in good spirits.
Oh my God, Judge.
That's good enough for me. That is all. Court is adjourned.
Yes! Woo!
But confetti!
Well, we didn't get not guilty, so technically you don't have confetti.
I still want my confetti.
You were great out there, Phoenix.
What I did out there was right, wasn't it?
This is the first time you've not gotten your clients off. You've got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right?
Yes, I understand now.
Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived to the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Why do we have to go back? We were just there.
Are you seriously letting me? Oh, wow, okay.
Gosh. Seriously? It's not even black and white.
I know. How dare they?
You gotta listen to your heart. Listen to the beat. Listen to the rhythm of the street.
I forgot the rest of the lyrics. Dang, I forgot all the good lyrics. I love that show.
Me too.
It's a wonderful kind of day. There we go.
God, now I want to sing the rest of it later. Anyway, is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you.
I wonder if she says the same thing we said. I wonder if she says the same thing we said. Not guilty.
Probably.
Right. Edgeworth. I have some good news. Maya's now safe in police custody.
Oh, thank God.
Really?
What the? Pearls?
You're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, she's quite safe. How did you change? Like, she's on her way right now as we speak in a patrol car.
Ah! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya's safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick!
Ow! She punches deceptively hard for a kid.
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her.
Thanks.
Oh!
What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
Oh, crap. About earlier, thanks. Ow!
Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost! Your perfect win record has now been crushed! And yet, you are still happy?
Yeah, what is that now? What's our record? 8-1 now?
8-1, yep.
Alright. Well, that's assuming he hasn't taken any other case since the first game, but whatever. I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma.
How dare you!
Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth. For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts, I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And also felt constipation, apparently. And then... Oh, not that case.
Oh, gosh.
It was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved. By that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death.
As well as you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die.
But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity, that everything began to change.
What foolish nonsense.
We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so...
Yeah!
No matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people did, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well.
What? You trusted your enemy?
It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we know we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold in everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy, We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. Could you stop already?
The truth?
Yes. That's the reason why prosecutors and defense lawyers exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding is not right. This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night.
Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
I don't know, Pearls. You really let me down. When he disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things that you said to me all those years ago.
Aww.
And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself.
You pathetic fool!
Miss Von Karma!
I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser! A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over!
Francisca threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Is it the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else.
Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? What? Why? Okay.
Nick!
I'm not gonna cry.
Huh?
Maya!
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Oh!
Ah, never mind, I lied.
Oh! We're back together.
Oh, I do have a fear now. Dang it.
Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me.
Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck on this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here.
Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back to haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly.
Is it really that easy to do something like that?
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Don't mention it. Maya?
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm relieved you're alright.
Hey, it looks like you made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago.
Oh.
Aww.
All right. I think it's time we get out of this depressing place.
Huh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick! Food! Grub! Chow! I'm starved! I'm so hungry even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick.
You're taking many ways. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least.
Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please.
If you insist. All right.
Oh, that's you.
All right. So how about we just hit up our usual burger joint?
Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast?
Come on, Nick, food!
Uh-oh.
How can she even request to have another feast or banquet here?
Ah!
Oh, hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting.
Oh my god, look at
Go Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things.
Oh my gosh.
Telephone pole? Man, it wasn't a red light that got him?
Oh gosh. You did it again, city boy.
You know who else must be here?
Oh god. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking.
Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of Steel Samurai. Thanks.
Now look at here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bully Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight even.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, come on now. Everyone gather around. Y'all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer.
Looks like Lotto bought herself a new camera. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal.
Amen to that, pal. Amen.
Only I say pal. No, when you think about it, you were the ones who saved us that day, Detective. Huh? Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Oh, well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait, that's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things total, sir.
Huh?
What?
What?
4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of those items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item?
No, come on, y'all, it's over. But whoo, boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh?
You think?
Why does she look so happy about that?
Because it's freaking Maya, Nick.
That's true.
But being shut away for 2 whole days? Weren't you scared?
Oh, that's me. I forgot for a second. Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So, to keep my mind off things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mr. Maya's picture.
You know, I don't know where it went.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, it's all right. It wasn't anything important anyway.
Ah. It sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again.
Oh, what the?
Uh-oh. What's going on?
Why is it beeping?
What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking up something up. Oh, that's Miss Von Carmen's receiver. Oh, thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself.
Oh.
I still have some work to do.
Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't eaten anything yet.
You've eaten way too much, you glutton.
Phoenix,
Oh, come
she's
on.
been starved
Shut up.
for 2 days.
Phoenix, you do... What the... Shut up! I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just want to say... Thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there.
Oh.
If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough to hear. Hug him! Hug him! I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. Your heart!
Oh my god. You actually want to give him Francisca's whip.
For whatever reason you gave to me.
Yeah.
There, here you go. What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
Oh, Edgeworth.
it looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya! Yes, Pearly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean.
Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway, so who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Mr. Nick.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm kind of at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal.
Oh, gosh.
So I kind of already put your name on the bill. Huh? Huh?
Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in the hotel, you see, and I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all.
Huh? 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 Huh?
Isn't it great, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, Nick.
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming?
Oh, don't you need to hold back now, you hear?
Yeah, pal, time to let it all out.
This is going to be the first time I hear the real you.
Go on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all.
All right, then. If you say so.
Woo!
Objection! It didn't work. I gotta press a button.
Yay!
It's still not going anywhere. I can't press objection. It's stuck here.
Oh, gosh.
Objection!
Press the
Hold
A
on.
button.
I am! It's not working!
You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it.
I really feel like I've been living on edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. Oh, Maya.
So I'm still stuck. Hold on. Got it. I had to figure something.
Oh, gosh.
I'm so happy that you could say Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick, and I'm so happy for the two of you. Speaking of, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners, so I sort of made reservations for you two, just in case.
How could she make reservations? She's like 7 or 8.
I don't know.
Can you imagine how that one went?
God.
Okay. I gotta look at your screen for this. Well, pal, looks like I'm back in the force again. Sergeant had a long talk to Chief, and he got me reinstated. I heard he said things like, letting that one go is bad for all of society. I knew it. Crashing headlong into everything's the only way to live, pal. You're not gonna live for long if you keep doing that.
Oh, jeez. Well, that's the end of Phoenix Wright Justice for All, you guys.
Maggie!
I, Maggie Bird, am retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. Aww.
Sounded a little familiar there for another character.
Shut up.
Okay.
Oh, man. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Okay, well, we'll do it one more time. Yes, are you here to visit a patient? I'm Director Honey. Oh, recently, yes, that girl, you know. I haven't seen her around. Yes. But I remember, if I even laid so much as an eye on her, I would go, crack. It didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes.
You do that too well.
I know, it's sad.
You a creeper!
At least I know what voice acting I can do. It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination. Let the world know we are serious. I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe.
Hey, Max, what do you think of Zimbabwe? Do you think that there are castles made of cake and bunnies and who can talk?
I think if there are any talking bunnies, then even then they won't laugh at Mo's jokes.
Poor Mo. Oh, Lord. Oh, speak of the devil.
Oh, there he is. I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm gonna be more humor. More curls represent. We've got our new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus or something. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it.
Oh.
It was going too fast for me. I'm like, I can't read.
So anyway, that has been the finale of Phoenix Wright Justice for All.
Yes!
Oh no.
Can't believe it.
What's this? Drat, it's all just ordinary electric razor crap. I can't believe this, really. How long do they plan on making me do this? Ah, but it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't just forget about me? Would they? Oh, it was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty. Any man who has a pain in my heel, they're gonna feel the burn. Speaking of burn, playing with fire is very dangerous. Okay.
Thank God that is the last we see of her. Oh my gosh.
Yes, thank God.
Anyway,
Oh.
thank you guys I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone. Oh, she's so happy. This is a long episode.
Well, it is a finale. It makes sense for a finale.
Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh.
Well, even get his input, huh? It's become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I'll take a short leave of absence. If you'd like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be pleased with the longevity. He has a website?
What? I don't remember seeing that.
I can't remember myself.
Wow. Well, if the credits are done, I can actually go ahead and end the episode. Okay, nope. Alright.
Not yet. I know. That happens in every Ace Attorney game. You should know that.
That's true. Well, why are we at an airport?
Because we're going on a trip!
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky, little Einstein. Okay.
I haven't heard you sing that in a while. Where are you going, Francisca?
How did you know where I was here?
With this.
That...
I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coats, for example.
That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. And he said he had a fourth item, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to say, I can do. When I ran off of the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure it took 4 things total, sir. I finally caught up with you, yay.
Yay. 4 items?
It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket.
He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over.
What are you going to do now?
That's none of your business.
Are you running away?
Shut up! You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be a Manfred von Karma's daughter.
Francisca.
So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure, such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that, but me? I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I've had to be the one. I had to.
You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You've been and always will be.
No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away.
Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? No. I'm gonna say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip.
You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked down ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge.
I see.
You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today.
I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did.
Adrian Andrews?
You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me, after I left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you're going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Francisca von Karma. No.
I am Francisca von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. So you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth.
It's so weird seeing her like that.
It is. Bye, Francisca.
Bye-bye.
Phoenix
Phoenix Wright, one day.
Oh, is
I don't
that
know who's that. I don't know.
I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then. Oh, that's you.
Last piece of evidence I never made it to you. I'll take good care of this fourth piece. I think that is you.
Oh, so I can give it to you. When at last we meet again.
And what is that last piece of evidence? Someone's not gonna make me cry again.
Oh, that's the card Maya made. She never gave up hope because she always thought about him.
Capcom!
Giving you the feels since 2001 or 2002, I don't remember.
I don't know when the original came out on the Game Boy.
Oh gosh. Anyway, guys, that has been Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All for the Nintendo DS. It's a good game, but it's not the best out of the series. But I know I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Like, it's probably for me the weakest one. I don't know why though. I guess the like overall story, but you cannot. I mean, you have to admit, like the final case and a couple other things that happen in this game blow things out of water because, like, the whole thing about our client being actually guilty and Maya, it goes all over the place.
Yeah.
So like that's why like it kind of redeems itself in my eyes for that factor. But the other games in the series, I really enjoy.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. All right, guys. Well, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys a lot. And thank you, Farah, for joining me again in this wonderful, wonderful game. And it's been a joy having you collab with me in this series.
When you say that, I heard a little bit of hint of sarcasm in that.
No, there's no sarcasm in that.
Well, I was going to say thank you, and then if you could please let me out of the freaking basement, that would be great. But I don't think we can do that just yet because we have more coming up, don't we?
Yep, we have about 2 more games to do. Actually, 3. Yes.
Or 4, if you consider a couple of the other ones.
Oh yes, yes. So you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's just great.
Alright, guys, thank you so very much for watching. And if no one's told you that they love you today,
I do.
you do?
Sure.
Bye, guys. See you in the next LP.
Woo!
Well, hello there. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you like this, why don't you check out this playlist? Or maybe if you don't want to watch that, maybe check out this one. Or if you already like what you see, why don't you follow me on Twitter? And if you already like what I say on Twitter, why don't you go ahead and press that subscribe button? Come on, you know you want to. See you guys later.